Well, hey everybody, another weekly update on the property, starting out at the driveway, looking at the road both ways, and down the driveway. Might notice that we've cut back some more of the eucalyptus, as well as a bunch of the trees and brush by the pond in front of where the house used to be. Now, I'm going to walk on down and take a look at our used car lot.
Now, we do believe this is a 78 Subaru with low mileage. I don't know how far you get with it today. And the next one we have up for grab is our very trusty 75 Valiant. I'm over 100,000. One of our little pride and joys right here, 65 American Rambler.
Let's see what power is under the hood. We have two hoods now.
So yeah, I think I could get that to go again.
Little elbow grease.
Little elbow, yeah. Yeah, we do think so.
From the house, looking down the driveway at our car lot, of course, and see how much of that eucalyptus we were able to clear away today. Makes it a lot easier to see down and opens up the vista quite a bit. Panning over to the pond and all the brush, that whole pile of brush is what is remaining of where the pond was. Pretty nuts how much wood and material has grown up there in the past. And we managed to find a truck rack that we didn't leave there, right, Dad?
Nope.
Hey, but they gave us a truck rack, so cool. Now it's our place where we're going to stack some of our logs on there to dry them out. Down here into what used to be the pond. Get you an idea of how far down this thing goes. I'm about 4 feet lower than I was just standing.
30 feet in diameter.
About 30 feet in diameter, Dad says. It has been just about a solid week, about 4 days of clearing this brush, piling it up onto here. We were pretty sure that we were able to identify that big tree that Dad cut down as koa, because the flowers look pretty close to the photos we've seen online, as well as the seed pods. We're going to swing by the university later today and see if they can identify that for us, just to be sure.
This could be yours if the price is right.
Able to find some planting beds that we built long ago. Still here. More of that brush pile. A little bit closer look at this koa stump.
Now, pan up to them big trees too.
There's the eucalyptus and the ironwood. Huge trees.
Planted them when they were foot tall.
1 foot tall.
And I was standing here, this used to be almost 30 feet tall right here.
Yep. Collapsed 2 floors down on itself. Underneath the roof a little bit. Cleared away a little bit for a nice sitting area. It's actually really easy to get into now. Some tools that we're just waiting to take back into the car. And salvage a few pieces of wood. And we were able to cut away a decent part of the roof that had been exposed to the weather a little bit more than the other areas. And we're just using that to protect some stuff right now. But, for instance, we got this edge here, and we cut away earlier this week. Mainly just to get the rotted areas off, and it'll let us reuse this roof one more time for a temporary basis. cut this bottom edge down, you can see some of the termite and the wet rot that we gotta cut away and work around. And then this area here was just filled with the stairway that went up to the second floor. We had to collapse down. We were able to break that apart, clear that away, as well as cut an edge all the way up there. Okay, at the back left-hand pin, back by the old car, and down the property line to the front, you might remember a huge old tree, decent ways away, pretty much between us and where the house was. Able to cut that guy down, show you some of the remnants there. Big, solid, huge chunk of wood. That'll be used for something. We'll figure that out later. Swing by the car, see what's left of that guy. A nice panning shot from the pin, property line, to the back right hand side with the car there and Dad. Able to get any reception on that?
Yeah, if the price is right, you could have a brand new TV.
Lightly used.
Lightly used. Got it under the steering wheel column.
Lots of it just melted apart over time.
Found an excavator.
Hey,
2 excavators.
we've got heavy machinery now, guys. Alright, back over to the back right hand side. Looking down the property line towards the front. Cleared away a bunch of this tepechia bush, and you can see the power poles and the telephone pole quite a bit better than last time we took a look at it. Panning shot to the other back pin. And those planters we found. A lot more open. Able to clear this area a little bit today. You can see the remnants of an old shed we had, filled with all sorts of stuff. We're over there by that greenhouse slash tool shed slash power shed, looking at what's left. Now a lot of that we have peeled away, the tin and whatnot, to dig through and see what we can scavenge. So it wasn't this crazy when we walked up on it. What did we find here, Dad?
Oh boy. Pots and pans and paint and remnants of a motorcycle, bicycles, toys, shoes, piles of shoes.
And a bunch of stuff we didn't put here, right?
Right, a lot we didn't put here. Somebody else put it here that was our stuff. I think it was in the car. Oh, yeah. One remnant, we want to know where the rest of it is. Was to our wood burning fireplace. This was nickel plated when we were here last. Bottles, flywheels, all kinds of goodies. Some of it we'll be putting it to use.
A little bit further towards the front on the property line, looking up towards where the house was, and you can see how much we've cleared away. Really open now. Before you couldn't even see the house from this angle. It was completely invisible, covered up. And we got a bunch of brush that we still need to clear going down the line. In front of the right hand front pin. It is kind of buried behind this giant bush. This flag here indicates it's somewhere around here. So it's probably down below there. We got a cinder block there to help indicate it as well. Hey, I think I found something just now.
Squirrels.
That's how much brush we got to deal with in a bunch of parts. These tepechilla bushes just grow like nutso. They just fill up the area. How tall were the tepechillas when we were here?
About 3 feet at the biggest, 4 at the most. Now they're all 10 and more.
At least. And we do have the macadamia nut tree cleared off over here. It's been kind of choked up a little bit by the other material here. Neighbor's turning on his mower. He's been having some trouble with it, but sounds like he's gotten it going. Hopefully it keeps going. Oh, guess not.